Hey, g'day guys, how you doing? Just a quick update video here. Thursday morning as I'm recording this, so just wanted to say hi. A few quick reminders. I'm going to have my ministry school back up online soon, so if anybody's interested in that, let me know. I'm here in my second office, Panera Bread. I should prepare a message this weekend. I've been speaking for the whole month of April on church history, going back looking at church history, first 1,000 years, second 1,000 years. And this weekend, I'm going to speak on where the church is now and where the church is going. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the end times, different views of the end times and how they fit in and how they should affect how we live now. So if you are in New England, it'd be great to see you this weekend. I'm going to be speaking in Sturbridge Worship Centre, just one service this weekend at SWC. Next week, what's up next week? I'm going to be in Sturbridge again. We're going to be doing an outreach, a crusade on the Saturday, May the 1st, right on the Common in Sturbridge. So we'll be preaching the gospel and praying for the sick here in Sturbridge, Saturday, May 1st, around about lunchtime. The Sunday I'm going to be in Sturbridge and in New England Fellowship. We'll be speaking in the Church of God there, and looking forward to that. It's good. Lots of great things going on here, but nothing particular to mention here. Let me drop a quick thought on you I was thinking and working on today, and that's about focus. I don't know if that's something you struggle with, but it's an interesting thing, but I'm never bored. I cannot remember I don't think I've been bored since the 1980s. I remember being bored when I was a kid, but boredom is not something I do. I think like many people, I've got the equal and opposite problem of having too many things floating around my head, too many projects, too many things I'm involved in. And, here's a quick thought for you today. I think God's a God of focus. God does focus really, really well. Remember Paul said, this one thing I do. He didn't say this 27 I tinker with, this one thing I do. Jesus said in, I believe it's Luke 11:34, when your eye is single, your whole body is full of light. And, the Bible's got so much to say about focus. And what should the church be doing? I'm going to be speaking about that this weekend, but what should you and I be doing in this day? What should I be doing on this Thursday? What should you be doing in this day, in this hour? And I think so much of that can come down to focus. It's knowing what we should be looking at, where our eyes are. And I think one of Satan's strategies is to get us looking at obviously bad things, but actually sometimes good things. Many, many, many good things, but not the right thing. I think Satan tries to hide and confuse the truth that God puts before us. Satan can do nothing against the truth, so he tries to add many, 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 many different truths in the mix. It's interesting, a guy called me, I think it was yesterday, and he was asking if he could use the baptismal pool I have in my church here, and if we could rent the church to do that. And I was actually prepared to say to this guy, of course, I'm not going to rent it to you, it's a free gift, I will let you use my building for free to baptize somebody. But then I began pushing a little bit, and what church are you from? What do you guys believe? And he was like, well, we're followers of Jesus and Buddha and this thing and that thing. And I was straight away like, I'm not going to help baptize anybody in the name of Buddha. There's one name given on earth by which men may be saved, the name of Jesus. My point in saying that is simply that I think it's a trap we can all fall into, that Satan fills our life with distractions. And it's a great prayer to pray and say, Lord, what should I be looking at? What should I be focused on? What are you doing in my life right now in this season? What do you want me to look at? And how do we stay focused? Few quick thoughts on that. Number one, I think we've got to realize that we're going to lose focus at times. We're going to get pulled and distracted. The problem isn't that happens. The problem is that we're not prepared for it when it happens. Paul says we should gird up the loins of our mind. And by that, the image was a Roman soldier with all these strips of leather that were like a skirt he'd have. But when he'd go into battle, he'd gather them all up and put them under that belt and gird them up so we wouldn't trip up in them. And I think what we've got to do is practice at times girding up the loins of our mind. Practice bringing our soul to peace. Practice gathering up all of these 1,000,000 different thoughts and feelings and all of those things, and just keep them in their place. Practice casting our care on the Lord, for He cares for us. And yet choosing to look at that one thing, this one thing I do. Boom. So, a couple of questions to end with today. Come on, what is God saying to you right now? What does the Lord want you looking at right now? Probably the Lord wants you looking at the thing He's saying to you. Does that make sense? God says things to us, not so that we can work them out, but actually so that we will engage them. My son, attend to my words, incline your ear to my sayings, keep them before your eyes, keep them in the midst of your heart, the life to those who find them, and health and healing to all our flesh. So in a way, if we can know what God's saying to us, and we can look at it and think on it and dream on it and engage our thinking with it. One of the greatest keys I've learned to overcoming temptation is trying not to overcome temptation. Here's what I mean by that. I mean, if you're tempted to do something and you start trying to fight temptation, it will often just drag you in to that situation. But rather, if you refocus, right now I'm speaking into a camera, and this camera has a great focus system. It's a Sony camera, they have really good focus. And if I were to confuse my camera, see if I can do that. I probably can't. I'm trying to, if I get my camera to focus on one thing, it will lose focus on me. I'm not sure that worked well. See, that's how great the focus is, the autofocus is in this. But my point is, we've got to learn to refocus. We've got to learn to not get pulled about by those things and keep ourselves locked in on that. So practice focusing today. Practice saying, Lord, what's your word for me this day? What's your word for me this season? Practice keeping that playing on the screen of your mind and not other things. I hope that helps. I'm working this out just as you are. So love you guys. Have a great day. I will have a video out later, part of my healing series. 4 more videos I've done on that. And hey, my church history series are on my YouTube page and my website. If you're interested in checking out those. Boom. That's all for now. Drop me a line. Love to say hi, and wishing you a great day wherever you're at.